Every day feels like a race, doesn't it? You wake up, already overwhelmed by the demands of life. The emails, the endless notifications, the pressures to succeed, it all hits you before you've even had a chance to take a deep breath. It's no wonder so many people feel stuck, stressed, and out of control. But what if I told you that the key to breaking free from this cycle isn't more effort or harder work, it's a shift in your mindset? What if you could wake up every day feeling focused, calm, and ready to take on whatever comes your way? Imagine looking at challenges not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones to your success. Imagine being in control of your thoughts, emotions, and actions, no matter what life throws at you. It's not only possible, it's a habit you can develop. In the next few minutes, we're going to explore 5 powerful habits that will completely transform your mindset and, in turn, your life. It's time to stop reacting to life and start leading it. Have you ever noticed how some people handle stress effortlessly while others seem to be overwhelmed by even the smallest challenges? It's not because life is easier for them. It's because they have learned one of the most powerful truths: they control their mindset instead of letting their mindset control them. Every single morning, millions of people wake up and immediately fall into reaction mode. The first thing they do is check their phones, exposing themselves to negative news, overwhelming emails, and endless social media distractions. Without realizing it, they start their day feeling stressed, anxious, and behind schedule before they even get out of bed. Their mood is no longer theirs to control because they have allowed outside influences to shape how they feel. When you don't take control of your mind first thing in the morning, the rest of the world will do it for you. The way you begin your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Think about those days when you oversleep, rush to get ready, and feel like you're already playing catch-up. Your entire day feels scattered, and you constantly feel like you're falling behind. But on the days when you wake up with clarity, set your intentions, and remind yourself that you are in control, everything feels different. You feel more centered, more productive, and more capable of handling whatever comes your way. The difference isn't in what happens during the day, it's in how you choose to mentally prepare yourself for it. Science proves that our thoughts shape our reality. Research from the National Science Foundation has found that the average person has around 60,000 thoughts per day, and shockingly, 80% of them are negative. That means that if you don't take control of your thoughts, your brain will naturally lean toward doubt, worry, and fear. Jim Rohn, one of the greatest personal development mentors, once said, "Stand guard at the door of your mind. Just like a garden, your mind will grow whatever you plant. If you don't intentionally plant positive, empowering thoughts, weeds of negativity will take over on their own. And the longer those weeds grow, the harder they are to remove." But here's the most powerful truth: you are the only person who decides what thoughts you accept and what thoughts you reject. You may not be able to control what happens in life, but you can always control how you respond to it. When a challenge arises, you can choose to see it as a roadblock or as an opportunity to grow. When self-doubt creeps in, you can choose to listen to it or replace it with confidence. When something unexpected happens, you can either react emotionally or take a step back and respond with wisdom. This is what separates people who feel stuck from those who create success in their lives. Taking control of your mind isn't complicated, but it does require a conscious decision. Every morning, before you check your phone, before you talk to anyone, before you let the world flood your mind with distractions, take a moment to reset. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and say to yourself, "I am in control of my mind. I am in control of my actions. I decide how I respond to everything that happens today." This simple habit may seem small, but it has the power to transform the way you approach each day. When you start your morning with this mindset, you reclaim your power. Instead of being a victim of circumstance, you become the leader of your own life. Throughout the day, whenever stress, frustration, or doubt begins to creep in, remind yourself of this truth again. Instead of letting your emotions spiral out of control, pause and say, "I control my thoughts. I control my actions." This will bring you back to a place of clarity. Instead of reacting impulsively, you will respond intelligently. Instead of wasting energy on frustration, you will focus on finding solutions. Instead of letting the day control you, you will take charge of how you experience it. This is the difference between those who constantly feel overwhelmed and those who navigate life with confidence and ease. Successful people don't have perfect lives. They just know that their mind is their most powerful tool, and they use it to their advantage. The moment you decide to control your thoughts, you take control of your entire life. Try this for the next 7 days. Each morning, before you do anything else, remind yourself that you are in control. Write it down if you need to. Repeat it throughout your day, especially when challenges arise. The more you practice, the stronger this mindset will become. And now, ask yourself, how different would your life feel if you truly believed that you were in full control of your thoughts and actions every single day? Try it, and you'll see the shift. Most people have big dreams. They want financial success, a healthy body, a fulfilling career, and strong relationships. Yet, despite having these desires, they struggle to make real progress. The reason isn't lack of intelligence or talent, it's the lack of consistent discipline. Without discipline, motivation fades quickly. Excitement can get you started, but it won't sustain you. This is why so many people set goals, feel inspired for a few days, and then fall back into old habits. They sign up for the gym but quit after 2 weeks. They start reading a book but never finish it. They plan to wake up early but keep hitting snooze. The pattern repeats over and over, and they wonder why their lives never change. The problem isn't that success is complicated. The real issue is that people underestimate the power of small, consistent actions. Research from Duke University shows that 40% of our daily actions are driven by habits, not conscious decisions. That means that nearly half of your life is controlled by routines you've built over time. If those routines are empowering, success feels effortless. But if your habits work against you, life becomes a struggle. Rohn once said, "Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day." The same is true for failure. Failure isn't caused by one big mistake, it's the result of small, repeated choices that lead in the wrong direction. The good news is that discipline is like a muscle, it grows stronger the more you use it. The key is to start small. Most people fail because they try to change everything at once. They go from never exercising to trying to work out for an hour every day. They go from eating fast food to attempting a strict diet overnight. They try to read a book a week when they haven't read in months. This approach creates overwhelm, and eventually, they give up. Instead of focusing on massive changes, the secret is to commit to small, manageable habits that build momentum over time. Imagine if, instead of trying to exercise for an hour, you committed to just 5 minutes of movement every morning. Instead of forcing yourself to read for an hour, you decided to read just 2 pages a day. Instead of trying to overhaul your entire diet, you focused on drinking 1 extra glass of water. These changes seem small, but they have an incredible effect over time. A study published in the European Journal of Social Psychology found that it takes an average of 66 days to form a new habit. That means that if you stick to a small discipline for just 2 months, it will become automatic, requiring little effort to maintain. Think about this, if you read just 10 pages a day, you would complete about 15 books a year. If you exercised for just 15 minutes daily, you would work out for 91 hours a year. If you saved just $5 a day, you would have $1,825 by the end of the year. The results of small, daily actions compound over time, leading to life-changing outcomes. This is why successful people focus on consistency over intensity. They don't rely on motivation, they rely on habits. They know that small disciplines, when done consistently, create massive results. So, what's one small discipline you can start today? Maybe it's setting your alarm 10 minutes earlier. Maybe it's writing down one thing you're grateful for every morning. Maybe it's replacing one unhealthy snack with a healthier option. It doesn't matter how small the habit is, what matters is that you stick with it. Over time, these small habits will rewire your brain, build self-discipline, and create unstoppable momentum. For the next 7 days, choose one small habit and commit to it. Make it so simple that it's impossible to fail. Track your progress and remind yourself daily that discipline is not about making giant leaps, it's about taking small, consistent steps in the right direction. 1 year from now, you'll look back and realize that those tiny actions have transformed your entire life. So, what small habit will you start today? Most people see challenges as problems. The moment something difficult happens, they feel frustrated, discouraged, or even defeated. They think, why is this happening to me? They believe that if life were fair, everything would be smooth and easy. But this way of thinking keeps them stuck. Every successful person, every great leader, and every high achiever has faced obstacles. The difference is in how they respond. Instead of seeing challenges as something to avoid, they see them as opportunities to grow stronger, wiser, and better. If you never faced challenges, you would never grow. Science confirms this. Research in psychology shows that the brain develops new neural connections when it is exposed to difficulties and forced to find solutions. This process, called neuroplasticity, means that every time you overcome a challenge, your brain literally rewires itself to become stronger and more capable. This is why people who avoid challenges stay the same while those who embrace them become wiser, more resilient, and more successful. Jim Rohn once said, "Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for fewer problems, wish for more skills." This mindset shift is the key to long-term success. Instead of seeing difficulties as roadblocks, you start seeing them as stepping stones. So how do you start seeing challenges as opportunities instead of problems? The first step is to change your inner dialogue. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" Every setback carries a lesson. Maybe it's teaching you patience. Maybe it's forcing you to develop new skills. Maybe it's pushing you to work harder. Whatever the lesson is, embracing it will make you stronger. The second step is to take action. Complaining about challenges doesn't change them, only action does. If you fail at something, analyze what went wrong and try again with a new approach. If you face rejection, use it as fuel to improve. If you encounter an obstacle, break it down into smaller steps and keep moving forward. Think about a time in your life when something difficult happened, but in the end, it made you better. Maybe it was losing a job, going through a tough breakup, or facing financial struggles. At the time, it felt like everything was falling apart. But looking back, you can see that it shaped you into who you are today. The truth is, challenges are not meant to break you, they are meant to build you. The stronger your mindset becomes, the less afraid you are of difficulties. Instead of running from them, you start welcoming them because you know that on the other side of every challenge is a better version of yourself. For the next 7 days, whenever you face a challenge, pause and reframe it. Instead of reacting with frustration, ask yourself, "How can I grow from this?" Write down the lesson and take action. Over time, this habit will completely transform the way you see problems. Life will no longer feel like a series of obstacles, it will feel like a journey of continuous growth. And as you get stronger, you'll realize that every challenge you conquer prepares you for even greater success ahead. So, what challenge in your life right now can you start seeing as an opportunity? It's easy to blame the world when things don't go your way. You might think, if only I had a better job, a better relationship, more money, or more time, then everything would be different. But the truth is, personal growth doesn't come from external circumstances. It comes from within. It comes from deciding that you are responsible for your own growth and taking consistent action to improve yourself every day. Without this mindset, you will always feel like a victim of your circumstances, waiting for the outside world to change in order for you to succeed. But nothing will change until you do. Psychologists have long studied what makes people succeed, and one of the most powerful findings is the concept of a growth mindset. Carol Dweck, a researcher at Stanford University, discovered that people with a growth mindset believe that their abilities and intelligence can be developed through hard work, learning, and perseverance. In contrast, people with a fixed mindset believe that their talents are fixed traits and cannot be changed. Those with a growth mindset embrace challenges, learn from feedback, and constantly strive to improve. In her research, Dweck found that people with a growth mindset were far more likely to achieve success because they didn't give up when things got tough, they saw every obstacle as a chance to improve. So how can you adopt a growth mindset? The first step is to take full responsibility for your life and growth. This means no longer blaming others or waiting for the perfect conditions to start making changes. You must realize that your success and happiness are entirely in your hands. If you don't like your job, do something about it. If you want better health, take action. If you want stronger relationships, work on them. It starts with making the decision that you are in charge of your growth. Once you've taken responsibility, the next step is to embrace continuous learning. Jim Rohn always emphasized the importance of self-education, saying, "Your income can only grow to the extent that you do." This means that the more you invest in yourself, through reading, learning new skills, attending seminars, or seeking mentorship, the more your potential for success grows. Even if you don't have all the resources right now, you can always start with one small step. For example, you can listen to educational podcasts during your commute, read 10 pages of a personal development book each day, or take online courses that align with your goals. Every bit of knowledge you gain will compound, and over time, you'll see major progress. Here's the key: personal growth doesn't happen overnight. It's a process that requires consistency, patience, and a willingness to step outside of your comfort zone. Every small action you take to improve yourself adds up over time. If you decide today to take full responsibility for your growth and commit to learning and improving each day, you will begin to see the results. The more you focus on growing yourself, the more opportunities will open up to you. Your relationships will improve. Your career will advance. Your financial situation will change. But it all starts with the decision that you are responsible for your own growth, No one else can do it for you. For the next 7 days, focus on one area of your life where you want to grow and take consistent action toward improving it. Whether it's your health, your career, or your personal habits, make the commitment to take responsibility and take action every day. As you do, you'll begin to feel more empowered, more confident, and more in control of your future. So, ask yourself, what area of my life do I want to improve, and what can I do today to take responsibility for my growth? In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of more. We are constantly looking ahead to what we don't have, wishing for a bigger house, a higher income, or a more exciting lifestyle. While ambition is important, focusing only on what you lack can create a constant sense of dissatisfaction. You might find yourself always chasing after the next goal, never fully enjoying the present moment. But what if the key to lasting happiness and success wasn't in getting more, but in appreciating what you already have? The practice of gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for cultivating a mindset of abundance and fulfillment. Research supports the idea that gratitude is not just a feel-good emotion, it has real, measurable benefits. Studies show that people who regularly practice gratitude experience improved mental health, better relationships, and higher levels of happiness. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that people who kept a gratitude journal were more optimistic, had better physical health, and were more likely to reach their goals. Gratitude has the power to rewire your brain, shifting it from a focus on lack to a focus on abundance. When you are grateful, your brain releases dopamine and serotonin, the feel-good neurotransmitters that promote feelings of happiness and satisfaction. But beyond the emotional benefits, gratitude also shifts the way you perceive the world. Instead of viewing challenges as setbacks, you begin to see them as opportunities for growth. Instead of complaining about the things you don't have, you start appreciating what you do have. When you develop this habit, life begins to feel less like a struggle and more like a journey of abundance. You begin to notice all the blessings around you, the people who support you, the small wins of each day, the lessons learned from failure, and the opportunities for growth in every moment. Jim Rohn emphasized the importance of gratitude by saying, "Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all the others." When you live with a mindset of gratitude, everything else in your life falls into place. So how can you cultivate gratitude in your life? It starts with a simple daily practice. Each morning, take a moment to reflect on the things you are grateful for. It could be as simple as your health, your family, or even the opportunity to work towards your goals. You don't need a lengthy list, just a few meaningful things that you truly appreciate. This small habit can shift your perspective and set the tone for your entire day. The more you practice gratitude, the easier it becomes to see the good in every situation. Another powerful way to practice gratitude is by expressing it to others. Take the time to thank those around you for their support, kindness, or love. Whether it's a simple thank you note, a quick text, or a heartfelt conversation, expressing your gratitude strengthens your relationships and deepens your sense of connection. Gratitude is contagious. When you express it, you inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of positivity in your life and the lives of those around you. For the next 7 days, commit to a daily gratitude practice. Every morning, take a few moments to write down at least 3 things you are grateful for. As you do this, pay attention to how your mindset shifts. You'll begin to notice a growing sense of contentment, peace, and abundance. The more you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, the more the universe will open up to you. You'll see opportunities you never noticed before, and your life will begin to align with your deepest desires. So ask yourself, what can I be grateful for today, and how can I express that gratitude to the world around me? As you finish reading this, remember that the power to change your life lies in your hands. These 5 habits are not just theories, they are actionable, proven strategies that, when practiced consistently, can reshape your mindset and propel you toward the success and fulfillment you've been seeking. The road won't always be easy, but every small step you take will bring you closer to becoming the best version of yourself. So, make the commitment today, wake up with purpose, embrace challenges as opportunities, and cultivate gratitude for everything you have and everything that's coming your way. The life you've been dreaming of is waiting for you to take action. Let's get started, because the best version of you starts right now.